just on my, it's on my phone or on my
Oh,
laptop. Does
shoot.
it look okay or no?
No, I like it. That's why I was
Oh,
saying when they set up that like you do webcam and so that's your setup.
oh, the background?
Yeah.
Oh, no, Lothario made this just for you. I have a plant here and I have Deadpool next to me.
Yeah, he must have known that I like Deadpool. 'Cause I'm a huge Deadpool fan. So.
Well, anytime I do like interviews or anything like that, I try to kind of change up the background so it's not just like the same thing every time.
Yeah. Well, my background is, as you can see, plain old lame-o or what have you. I eventually
Nothing wrong with that.
plan to get like a little backdrop at some point or what have you. It's just I got to set up a part in the house that is like podcastable.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's
Well,
why I've been
normally
working
where
on
I, normally where I do sit to do like interviews and stuff is over there. But I just got back from Chicago and
it.
then I have to pack for Vegas.
Oh
So
my God.
it looks like that right now. It's a mess. I put everything away from Chicago that I don't need to take to Vegas, but I have to pack then for Vegas.
So what you doing in so who you working with in Vegas?
Mr. Mysterious is doing
Oh,
a
his
content call.
BBW event.
Yes,
His
big beautiful
BBW event.
babies.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Cause last year, so this will actually be your first content house event.
I actually hosted one when I was in Vegas
Mm.
in February, but
Mm.
that was a smaller one. I mean, it was I had 3 performers. My test results hadn't come back, so I just kind of was a director for that one. So got to do what you got to do, right?
Yeah.
So this will be my first one that I'm actually able to be involved in.
Mm. Oh my
I
goodness.
am
So,
super
so wait
stoked
a
and
second.
so excited.
So tell me about, okay, then we're gonna start there. And then I do my particulars. Tell me about the content event in Vegas that you threw. Because I didn't know you threw one. See, it been a while, people, since you've been back on me. It's been a while.
I know we haven't talked in a while.
I
Well, in
know.
February, we spent 14 days in Vegas, and I think it was about 14 days, and just kind of bounced around with the people down there and got a whole bunch of content together because
Mm-hmm.
there's not a whole lot up in Northern Illinois.
Yeah.
So we rented out Pressure's house actually, and we spent a whole day there and just got a whole bunch of scenes and photo shoots in, and it was amazing time. And I got to
Word.
be a director for the first time, so that was super exciting.
So who did you so who did y'all have there at the event?
For male talent, I had Big Will XXX. For females, I had Natalie Kinky and Kayla Peach.
Mm-hmm.
And then I did some like cameo work, but like I said, my test hadn't come back yet, so I couldn't work. Um, so I just did non
That
liquid
is,
swapping stuff.
mm-hmm. They basically she probably jerked somebody off at best.
I was in the video. I mean, I jerked him off, and it was a whole thing where um, the 2 girls came up the stairs and they walked in on me and Big Will, and I was, getting him primed and ready, and they're like, "We can do better." So then they
Mm-hmm.
took over, and it was a whole lot of fun. There was some face sitting, some dick riding, and then he just kind of went back and forth fucking them both, and then he came on their titties.
Oh my goodness. So with that being said, hello, smokers, and welcome to the Smokers Lounge. I'm your host, Kevin Arvis of the Champ, aka the Porn Rap Star. Y'all know what to do. Find all my links with one link, allmylinks.com/Porn Rap Star. 4 sponsors. I'm gonna go through them quickly. LSworld.com, XIBunny.com, RodSizzleMagazine.com, and the great and wonderful BlushErotica.com. The problem in the GW District Black Podcast Network. So go over to shopgwdistrict.com and go buy something. And go to fullyswapradio.com in the mornings, Monday through Friday. You can listen to me 6 a.m. Central Standard Time, 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5 days a week, chopping it up with the industry's top talent, talking about the business and the real of the business. Also, SkyHawkAfterDarkTV.com as well as the BGP LLC app. Now, as you can see that today I am joined with the gorgeous and sexy, one of my favorite smoke buddies, Lola Bootyluv. Say hello to the smokers, baby.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining.
I got to get you on the premium smoke room, so you can show us some titties.
I know. I had to dress appropriate for you this time.
So don't worry, premium smokers. We will have it in the premium smoke room for y'all to enjoy a little bit more spicy content and get to see her titties possibly. You know what I'm saying? That's only if she's willing to show them. That's the key.
Oh, of course. Of
You don't
course.
force anybody to do anything. So, oh my goodness. So yeah, it has been a minute since we had last talked. And
Yes.
and shit, it ain't been a whole year. About a couple of months or what have you.
Yeah.
So yeah,
a few months.
Yeah, because like I said, actually last time I talked to you was when you went to Exxxotica in Chicago.
What?
Well,
I thought I talked to you after. It was Chicago. It wasn't Jersey. Yeah. So it's been a year.
So there's a lot out of this piece, and you have been working. So what has Bootyluv been up to?
Well, end of last year I did the Jersey Expo, and that was so much fun. I got to meet some super awesome creators, made some killer content out there. I actually got Ludus Adonis to come out of retirement just for me.
Yeah, I
So
saw that
was
shoot.
awesome.
I didn't know he retired. I did not realize he retired.
Well, I don't know if he like officially retired, but he kind of really, went and did his own life for a while.
Yeah, because it's crazy that, because I haven't been seeing him. So I didn't even know whether it could have been the algorithm. I think it was the algorithm on Twitter, but I didn't realize he retired and everything. So how did you get him out of retirement?
Okay, so I actually did my first pro shoot was with Dog Vision, and in that shoot I was vaping, and I guess that was like a thing. He was like, "Oh, I love that." So then I was in Jersey and I was contacting everyone out there, like, "Hey, I would love to shoot." We had talked like way back when, and I was like, "Hey, like I'm actually gonna be in your neck of the woods. Do you wanna film something?" And he's like, "Absolutely." And so
he was ready to come back out of retirement then.
So yeah, I got him to come over to the Airbnb we rented and give it to me good. Oh my God, that man is amazing.
Yeah, he's a very, very good male talent at this piece and very, renowned or what have you. And I mean, how did it feel to work with a dude that is practically considered a legend? You know what I'm saying?
It was just so, I shouldn't be shocked by this, but just the level of respect and like common courtesy is just so like professional. But then it's like, okay, now fuck me like I'm a dirty whore. So no, it was amazing. He is such a sweet, gentle soul. I can't wait to go back out there and hopefully get to do another scene with him because it was just the chemistry was so amazing.
So now you say you also work with Dog Fart, who is well-known company. How did you hook up? How did that scene come about? How did they contact you? And tell us about
it. Dog Vision.
Dog Vision, my bad. Sorry.
Yeah, Dog Vision. Just gotta clear that up. They're different. No, Dog Vision contacted me. Actually, it was 2020 during COVID the first time. And it was kind of one of those, he was like, "Hey, I'd love to work with you." And I was like, I'm, this tiny little nobody. And I'm like, "Oh my God, yes, please, let's do it." And then after it was the end of 2020, when everything started opening back up, I went out there and we spent a whole day and did a whole bunch of content. And I'm on the cover of his Big Booty Hunter 4, I think it is. I'd have to check.
She a cover girl, I speak. So what
I
type of
know,
shoot?
I'm clever.
So what type of scene was it that y'all did?
I don't know what all is released. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know if he's released all of it. We did a bunch. We did a DVP.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I ate ass. I played with toys,
Mm-hmm.
and then just regular fucking the two different guys. It was Mr. Sticks and Logan Reeves
Mr.
on
Stick
that
pops up
scene.
everywhere, don't he?
I, since
Mr.
then, I
Stick
think I
pops up
filmed with
everywhere.
Sticks. I filmed with Sticks 2 more times.
Mm-hmm.
I love
Cool.
Sticks. He's a sweetheart too.
So now this was your first pro shoot. So people understand when we mean our pro shoot is she worked with an actual pro company.
Hmm.
It wasn't like two talents getting together doing a content trade. This is a company that was
Yeah.
working with. And you were doing, and this is content also with this company, am I correct?
Hmm.
Most definitely. So tell us, how was your experience this being your first pro shoot? Because like I said, it's a different style of shoot when you do a pro shoot.
Yeah. No, like I said, that was the end of 2020, and I mean, it was different seeing like all the equipment and all the cameras,
Mm-hmm.
and it really made us step up our game in our content that we do.
Mm-hmm.
So since then, we've invested in the big shadow box lights and the better
Yeah.
equipment, and that's really how we learned what we need now. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and it was I just saw him. I did another shoot with Dog Vision this last Chicago Expo. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and again, getting to see him and his wife Ginger Vixen again it was super awesome. And I always have a great time when I see those guys.
Yeah. Yeah, because a lot of times people don't realize that when you're doing a pro shoot, it's more directed than a content shoot. The content shoot, y'all
Yes.
just basically go and control the actions and stuff. How did you adjust yourself with this shoot versus shoot that you do on your own when you deal
Um,
with them?
it wasn't too much different. Typically Lothario directs my content, and
Mm-hmm.
it's normally just a discussion of, hey, what do we want in this scene, and we all kind of work together. Now the only part that was really different was Dog, obviously called the shots. He wants his shoot, and we do whatever he wants. um but it was just, I think there was one time he's like, can you do this on this position, and I'm like, there's no way. I'm gonna fall right off that. And he was like, okay, no problem. Let's, switch it and do something different. And so, no, I mean, it worked out really, really well. I mean, we kind of talked, and he got what he wanted, and we all did the best that we could. And it was super awesome.
Cool. So, and of course, we got to talk about this year's Exotica because we talked about last year's, and
Yes.
I know a lot of people are very happy to see the Exotica come back around because after I heard about AVNs, girls can show more skin at the Exotica than they could at AVN. So, how was your experience this year, and how was it different from
Um,
last
well, last year I didn't have a booth. This year we did a booth.
year?
I did a Lola Bootyluv booth, and that was so awesome. I got a lot of fans, local fans. I don't know if anyone traveled too far. No, I had some from Indiana come over. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and that was just super awesome to have a safe place where I felt secure and everyone else felt comfortable, and they could come and talk to me and all of their other favorite creators, and just kind of, take pictures, and, I had a ton of free stuff I was handing out, and merch, and, come and see the ones they do like, and then meet new ones that they've never met before.
Mm-hmm.
And then I also got to meet a lot of creators that I've talked to online that, we don't live in the same area, but they came for that. So they, stopped by and said hi, got pictures. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I was lucky enough to I'm calling it BBW Lane, a ton of us BBW girls. Um, and just getting to, get to know new people and getting new friends, and it was super awesome. I cannot wait for the next one.
So now the thing when you have a booth, your time management changes because
Yes.
it's different than just going to the convention. One, what made y'all decide to get a booth, and talk about all what y'all had to do to get the booth, secure the booth, and how did you balance your time of working the booth and shooting and get all the content that you need to get done?
A lot of the shoots that I did, except for one, were before the expo even started.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's a lot of time you have to dedicate to the booth. I mean, I think it's 9 hours on Friday, Saturday, and then a
Mm-hmm.
good, what is it, like 4 or 5 hours on Sunday. And that's just that
Mm-hmm.
the booth time is open. You still want to get there about an hour early to really kind of set everything back up. And if you have,
Mm-hmm.
stuff sitting out, then to refill that and all that. So I made sure I always go to the expos a day early. So I did a lot of my shoots then. And then I didn't pack my schedule full because I did want to be there at the expo. I mean, I've been promoting that I've been in the booth. So I
Mm-hmm.
didn't want to say, oh, I'm going to be at the booth. And then I let my fans down because I'm off going to get content. I didn't really think that was um, something that I wanted to do to my fans who, because like I said, some, do travel from far away. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm local up here and they know I'm Northern Illinois. So I thought it was a really good, easy way to um, come up here. And I mean, like I said, I brought a ton of crap. I had free stuff to hand out and some paid stuff if anyone wanted anything. So it was just, I thought it was time that I had enough following, and I had a lot of fans who had been saying like I would love to meet you, and you don't want to be like, oh, come meet me here on the corner of 8th and 12th and let's say hi. Like that's not, you also got to make sure you're safe.
Yeah. So shoot. So now also what a lot of people some of my smokers understand, ladies can make money at their booth because of course they can sell memorabilia and stuff like that, and also get paid to take pictures away. So how did you price the stuff that you did at your booth? You know what I'm saying? To where you can make money, but at the same token, you're not cheapening yourself.
I didn't break even at the booth, and I knew I wasn't going to. That wasn't the goal. Um, I didn't charge for pictures. I don't. I mean, I don't think I'm there yet.
Yeah.
So I didn't charge for pictures. I just told them if you post it, just make sure you tag me because I do love seeing my fans too. I did this for them. But I did have some posters that I made up, and they could get that signed, and I charged I think $10 for that. I had a couple of copies of my DVD, and I sold those for 15 a piece. And I made mouse pads, and I sold those I think for 10. And then the rest of it, I had like bookmarks, and I have a ton of business cards and candy and a couple things that kind of went with my outfits that I just gave away. But it had my logo on it, so it was still something of mine that they could take home and be like, "Ooh, let's go look at this."
So now the question is, can a lady break even with doing her booth? Because I know the booth costs a lot to get.
It
Um,
it it does. It's a pretty little penny. Um, I talked to some of my neighbors around me, and they said the creators normally don't break even during this.
mhm,
Um, a lot of them said that they see the results of this weekend later on down the road in like their video
mhm,
sales and their subscribers and stuff like that.
mhm.
Because it does cost money to get into the expo.
Yeah, damn sure do. Damn sure do.
I think
Yeah,
it's
because
$50 for just a regular ticket.
yeah, except on Fridays when women can get in for free. It's always at the
Yes. Fridays
expo
women
or
get in
whatever.
free.
And
Which I actually talked to the manager of the event, and she said this was the busiest event they'd ever had.
well, Chicago always be popular because you're always the first one. It's usually Chicago and New Jersey. New Jersey being the second to last and the
Yeah.
most known, and then Chicago because it's always the first. You know.
Yeah, but this was their 50th show. So they had a
Mhm.
ton of huge names.
Yeah, I saw that. Where I was like, it was funny. They had it on the weekend of my birthday. And I was like, damn.
Oh,
I'm gonna make it to. I'm
happy
gonna make it to
birthday.
Exxxotica Chicago one day.
Yes.
Most definitely. But no, because I be thinking, because a lot of times I be wanting the girls be looking to make a shitload of money, which I know is not, you're not gonna make a shitload of money with the boo. It's really more so to introduce yourself to your current friends so they can meet you and gain newer fans that may not know who you are.
Oh,
You know, period.
absolutely.
Do you think girls walk in thinking that they're gonna make a shitload of money at the Exotica, or do they truly understand what the Exotica is for?
I don't know. I know personally, I mean everyone's different. I
Yeah.
know personally I walked in just knowing that I brought 1,000 business cards
Mhm.
and I didn't want to go home with any of them.
Yeah.
And I think I brought home maybe 100. The rest of them I handed out.
That's
Um,
good.
and there were even a few times where, some other creators would like come and hang out and, chit chat with us. And I'd give them a stack of my business cards and say, here you go, hand them out for me. So we'd be, standing there handing out. So I didn't walk in expecting to break even at all. I mean, I
Mhm.
truly did this one for my fans, and probably for the next quite a few years isn't going to be for me. It'll be more for to meet fans that are local to whichever area I'm in the booth, and also to hopefully gain some new ones that may never have heard of me otherwise until they get this shiny black and blue business card handed to them.
Yeah. So shoot. So now let's talk about the shooting aspect of it, because you did all your shooting beforehand. Who did
Mhm.
you work with, and the whole night? How did you schedule the shoots?
I did Mr. Sticks. Like I said, anytime we're in the same area code, we shoot together. I did Mr. Sticks Thursday night, and then I did a scene with Man Fury Friday morning.
How
Yep.
was it working with Man Fury? He's the first person I ever talked to that actually worked with him, and it just was a photography.
Oh my god, I thought it was great. It was I don't know if you're on TikTok, but they have this thing where there's a fruit roll up blowjob,
Yeah.
and he offered to let me give him a fruit roll up blowjob, and it was great. I mean, the man
Mm.
has a great cock. Um, and the fact that he could do it right and give me a POV of it, I mean, it was
Oh,
great.
he's a
But me,
fantastic
we
cameraman, so I'm
oh
not
yeah,
surprised at that.
oh yeah,
And trust me,
and
it's hard as fuck to keep a camera steady for a POV. I know the feeling.
that's why we bought a GoPro for our house in case it's easier that way.
Mm.
But no, he was wonderful, and I can't wait to our schedules align and we can work together again.
Most definitely. So, now explain the fruit roll up blowjob for my smokers, because I don't be on TikTok that much. So,
Oh my god. Okay, so you take fruit roll up, and then
uh,
I wish I had a dildo in here. I'd show you. But you just wrap it just under the head all the way around, and then you just
mm,
give a blowjob around it.
oh my god. So,
I and then when they come, you get like the salty and the sweet, and it was super fun and sticky and messy, but amazing all at once.
oh man, that was interesting. I'm like, wait a second, how is TikTok? Wait a second. So, if people doing it on TikTok, or they just talking about it on TikTok? Because I'm like, how the hell you buy about this on TikTok? TikTok ain't gonna
No,
have this on there.
no, just talking about it. It's one of the girls I follow, Kelsey. I can't think of her
Mm,
last name now to save my life, but it is on my Twitter. I tagged her in
mm,
it. But she was talking about how she had wrapped one around one and then was like,
mm.
and it was great. And then the next day, the guy sent her like a 40-pack box of them because it was so good. So I was like, I need to know what this is like then.
Yeah, because I've seen girls use grapefruit, um, pop rocks. I had someone do that on me before. That was interesting. Um,
I've heard.
and ice. I had girls do with ice or what have you, and everything. What candy or fruit would you like to use for a blowjob that you haven't thought of? That you haven't thought
I don't know. I want to say pineapple because I love pineapple, but I
about.
also don't want that to hurt the acidity in it. I would hate for it to hurt
Yeah.
the guy. But
Well, I mean, as long as he ain't got
you
no
know,
cuts on his dick and he's not going in the head.
yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Just, take the cord out. I think that would be a super fun one. I might need to film that now.
I can see that with the grapefruit. Cause I saw Charisma. She did like a beach with a dildo, and that shit just looked so sloppy and good. I was like, damn.
Yeah, I believe that. I think I saw that on a show once. Maybe it was one of those like late night sex talk shows, like way back. What was it, the 90s?
Mm-hmm.
I think I
Probably
saw it on
Howard
there.
Stern.
That's,
Something Howard Stern would do.
huh?
Sounds like something that Howard Stern would do. A Howard Stern show.
You know what? You're right. It might have been Howard Stern. That man
Oh
did
my
crazy
goodness.
things.
He always did some crazy ass shit. So shoot.
Oh,
So let's see. You
absolutely.
did Man Fury, Mr. Sticks, and who else did you work with? And of
Billy
course,
Pilgrim.
Dog Vision. So what?
Yeah. Dog Vision and Billy Pilgrim.
Friend of the show, former co-host of Pilgrim on Wrestling, Billy Pilgrim. Yeah, I saw y'all work together. How was it working with my brother from another mother?
Oh my God, I love him. He's great too. We were actually supposed to shoot together last Chicago, but some things happened and his schedule just ended up never being able to match mine well. So it was a year in the making, but I will definitely, he's another one. If he's ever in the same area code, I would love to film, have him on the docket of people to film with because that was just a great shoot. So great.
Yeah, I'll be watching y'all. I've been contemplating coming out. Well, part of the reason why I didn't want to come out of retirement because I don't feel like paying for a GTS. So, because I'm sorry.
Well, they don't do swabs in the Midwest, so I actually use Empower now, and they take
Yeah.
insurance. So, I mean, I think it's like 85 total for all tests and swabs, and it gets sent to your home.
Oh, shoot. Well, I know this much. Like I said, I rather just go to the health department like I used to, old school. Because see the reasoning why, so people can understand this, because I'm not knocking anyone that's doing TTS or Empower, none of this. It wasn't economically feasible for me to do TTS because the girls I was shooting, they weren't doing TTS. And
Yeah.
I'm shooting once a month, and I'm shooting one girl half the time. So it didn't make.
It's not worth it.
Yeah, it's not worth it. Versus if I was going to a convention. Now, when I went to the Exxxotica the year that I went, no, I didn't even do that. I did health department then. It just depends upon what female or guy, what they're willing to accept or what have you. Versus the other thing, because now it's so many different ways to test now compared. CT is back. We got Empower, which is the new shit, which apparently is more affordable than TTS, and it seemed like TTS kind of opened the door because TTS had it locked for a long time.
Oh, until the swabs came out, yeah, they were the go-to.
Yeah,
that's who you went to.
But see, I think what happened was TTS is becoming unreliable because people won't get their tests back on time. Period. And
or the tests were getting screwed up in their system.
Yeah. So it's kind of like now it made people want to go to other testing situations, period. Which I'm kind of glad. I see that Empower is a little bit more affordable.
Oh yeah.
it's more affordable than TTS, right?
Yeah. Well, if you use your insurance, if you have insurance, it is like $85, I believe. If you don't use insurance, it's only 200, which
Mm-hmm.
TTS is like 250. Um,
Yeah.
and they will send you the swabs at home, and then you end up doing a video conference, and they
Mm-hmm.
watch you take the oral swab, and then you don't have to be on camera to show them the other swabs because that's more private. Um,
Yeah.
but obviously, put your phone or whatever face up and kind of step off for a second. And
Mm-hmm.
then you go to a LabCorp facility, and they do the
Mm.
urine and the blood sample there, and you take your swabs with you there and just drop them off. And you get your results
Damn.
in 2 to 3 days.
See, yeah. To be honest with you, make Empower a little bit more accurate because of the time frame. Because I
Oh,
think part of the reason why a lot of people don't get their shit back or what have you is that they're doing this 24 hours. And
mm-hmm.
a lot of times things get rushed.
Yes.
Things get overlooked, period. Versus like with the health department, it takes 7 days. With Empower, like you said, it takes 3 days. Other places, some places, even with your doctor, it might take 3 days, period. But it's more intense, and they are testing you beyond 30 days. That's what people gotta understand about that. Because I can tell that with Empower, because it don't come back in 24 hours, they're testing you for more than 30 days. Have to be,
Mm-hmm.
or to take 3 days to come back. So
Yeah.
to me, I think Empower is probably a better option for a lot of people than that of TTS. But what I don't get is why do people want to post their TTS results on their damn Twitter page? I never understood that.
Why do they or don't they?
No, they do. It like that. They post like I'm clean, and I'm like, why are y'all posting your results up there? For one, for someone to screenshot the shit and then fake it, because that's what
Exactly.
ends up happening.
Absolutely.
That what ends up happening. Be surprised what
That's.
programs can do nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
And two, that should be something between you and the town that you're working with. That's something
Huh.
I really despise.
Yeah, I don't know why they do. I mean, I'll put on there like the picture of, my arm when, they've done the blood work, and it's like, okay, got my test in.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think I've ever posted my results just because it doesn't matter to the people that I'm not working with. If
Thank
I'm
you.
not going to work with
I
you,
mean, what's
or
the
if,
time? You trying to tell your fans you're clean? I'm like, they can kind of figure that when you film the new scene.
well, plain and simple, they don't give a fuck. They don't care
Basically.
if we're clean or dirty. They just want to watch what we make. I let, and here's the thing, when you tell the fans, honestly, did you know how much went into this work before you started? Or when you talk to someone who's just now starting out and they're like, "Oh, I went to the health department for my test," and it's like, "Sorry, I can't film with you because that's not what I accept. I want something a little bit more than just the health department." And
Mm-hmm.
they're like, "There's more than that," and it's like, then you tell them everything, and it's like, "Oh, I didn't know there was so much stuff," and I'm like,
Yeah.
"This is a full time job,
Yeah.
along with the bills and the work to go into the scenes."
Because
So
even
yeah,
because your first cost is the testing before you
yep.
buy the hotel room, before you book the girl to come to you, you got to have the test. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? And then you think about cats like Benny and many other talents that just travel around and shoot on a regular basis. You're talking about taking this test twice, 3 times a month. So we talking about
Yep.
$1,000 a month to prove
Oh
that you're
yeah.
clean.
Just in tests. Well, and here's the worst part. Say plan, 2 months of work, and then someone faked their test in the very beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Now you've paid all your hotels all along the way, and then you go
Mm-hmm.
to your first one, you're thinking like, okay, my results will be here. Like I'm gonna fly in on Wednesday, and my shoot's on Thursday. My results gonna come in like Wednesday night, but I already bought my plane ticket, um, packed my bags, I'm checked into my hotel, but I dropped dirty because someone faked
Mhm.
their tests and I didn't test, in between or some point. And it's like, then you're out all that money.
Yeah, because I had like for example, I had just to give disclosure. I didn't talk about this before on the show. I had a couple times a model that sit there and said to me, I hadn't got my test results back, and now I'm forced because she didn't came down here. I didn't pay for the travel and the whole nine to make the decision to either shoot or not shoot. So I went ahead and shot. Period. Now of course we use a condom just to cover my ass, but the point being is
Absolutely.
it it puts you in a tough predicament when you done traveled there or you brought that person there and their test never came back yet, and you only got them for 3 days.
Yep.
Now you stuck it up. Now you stuck in a tough predicament of should I shoot them or should I not? Now I know what some people are saying that's listening to this, but who the fuck gonna know? You got a good point. Who the fuck will know? But you'd be surprised how many motherfuckers snitch.
And
Yeah, no,
I
because I
guess,
heard about what happened in Solomon, New Jersey. A dude shot with a couple of girls with no chance. I was like, wait a second. How the fuck I hear about this shit? Because one of the
mhm.
girls snitched.
Well, and you have that almost everywhere now, where people don't do the proper testing. And then sometimes, you meet and you try to have that faith that, yeah, you've done this the right way.
Yeah.
And then you find out later and it's like, oh fuck. You know? And I do testing for others, but I mainly do testing for my other half who isn't in
Yeah.
this industry like I am and
Mm,
doesn't, he doesn't get tested like I do because I do testing. So my clean
mm,
bill of health is really his clean bill of health.
mm. And see, what's crazy, what people don't
So,
realize that a lot of times your mate have to be tested also if you're married to this.
mhm,
Because, one, because you're fucking your mate. So
mhm.
even though your mate may not be a cheater or a swinger, you'd be surprised how many of these husbands and wives have to be tested alongside of their husband and wife that's in the business. Um,
Oh yeah. Well, he does testing, but not as frequently and often as I
yeah,
do, type of thing.
mhm,
Like this
yeah,
big
so,
content push we have with Chicago and then Vegas. He did,
mhm,
he went to his doctor and got tested. He's not going to pay for my testing. That's
yeah,
crazy when he can go, his insurance pays for his doctor. But yeah, it's sad some people don't have the respect for your other performers,
mhm. Well, I
to be honest and
mean,
truthful.
well, because it's about a person's personal sexual habits that's called into question. Um, because a lot of times people, because this is like the argument they have with swingers. Um, the arguments they have with girls that escort that do prostitution is that you are constantly having sex with people outside the industry who may not be tested, and some of these motherfucking girls be fucking them raw. Now, you know how many times I
Hmm.
heard a comedian that made it around a fucking goddamn swinger club
Oh,
with queens,
absolutely.
you know. So it's kind of like for example, like with you and even him, because I don't know y'all dynamic, whether y'all swing or not. How have y'all personal sex life changed since being in the industry?
We used to be swingers before the industry. Um,
Mhm,
and then it was to a point where it was like, okay, we have to choose. Do we want
mhm,
to, is Lola going to go away? Is Lola going to stop, or do we want to be swingers? Because being both wasn't going to be a responsible thing, because even with
mhm,
condoms you can still catch something, and that's not respectful and all that to my co-stars on camera. So we completely stopped swinging, and the poor man doesn't, I mean, I say poor, but he doesn't do anything with anyone else but me.
mhm,
And I do Lola,
They're
and
not making a poor man, goddamn. I'm pretty sure he's happy and content. I know I would be.
oh, I mean, he films my stuff. He loves it. It's a turn on for him. I mean, that's
Mhm,
kind of what we did when we were swinging. He did
mhm,
play with some others, but it was a turn on for him to watch me play with others. So
mhm,
we still get our kinks in.
mhm.
But yeah, we stopped swinging. But I mean, our sex life is stronger than ever, I think.
Yeah, because even to me, it's kind of like when I sit back, like which I ain't even going front. I don't miss going through the test because now I could just fuck willy nilly and don't have to worry about that. I ain't got the test at,
Absolutely.
you know, period. But don't get it twisted. I do miss the game. I guess I miss the chase of it. Because I mean, don't get it twisted. I mean, yeah, but no, because a lot of people think that how can I put this? That the sex is always great. Or they think that a lot of us male talents, even female talents, are in it for the sex. Period. Here to here to tell
It's
you, fellas,
it's work.
yeah, it might be fucking, but it's work, nigga. Don't get it twisted. So it's kind of like I said, like with me, I do miss the filming. I do miss making the
Hmm.
new content. It ain't the sex that I miss. Because sometimes I be like, man, I wish I had me a new scene to drop. But shit, with me, I just rather. But see, with me, I done did the industry chasing that if I did anything or even came back, it would be with just one content partner. Because it seemed like you don't have to have a shitload of content partners in order
No.
to generate money or make money in this business. You just
Ab-
need one good motherfucker. Period. Anything else is just a bonus.
well, like I said, that's why it sticks. I mean, we pretty much, if we're in the same area code, it's almost guaranteed. As long as our schedules match, obviously. We make a scene because there's just um, we're at the point now where we're comfortable, so there's that chemistry that you can see on screen. And
Mhm.
I know if he does this, I'm gonna do this, and all that kind of stuff. So it is nice having your regular partners. I do throw some new ones in there, but I still
Mhm.
don't. It's also hard to find a new one because of where my location. I'm not in one of the hotspot zones right now.
Mhm. Yeah, because even to the point like I recently had someone like my old content partner, my old cameraman, keeps trying to pull me back in or what have you. And like I tell people, it's if I come back in, I'm gonna want to do it the right way. I'm gonna want to do it the way that I did when I came out. And it's a lot of prep to do these shoots on the mental side, physical. Because people don't realize the things that we got to do before the shoot,
Hmm.
period. Because it ain't just us stepping on the set fucking, because we have to, especially men, you got to take into account that now we're playing to the camera. You might have a cameraman that's in your face. Um, there's no air conditioning, so it might be
Nope.
hot as shit.
No
You
air
might have had an
conditioning and no
argument with
fan on.
you might have an argument with your girl before you walk into the door. You know what I'm saying? You never know what the fuck. So it's kind of like getting prep for a show is what for a shoot I don't miss.
I understand that. I still, especially when I shoot with someone new, I get so
Mm-hmm.
nervous. It's crazy. It's like that butterflies. Like, oh, is this going to be a good shoot? Or am I going to click with this person, or is it going to be awkward? Or, does this outfit look good on camera? Do I look bloated today? Is my makeup okay? Are we doing a facial? Do I need nice stunt glasses on? Oh shit! And then you're in the scene. It's like, fuck, I have my real glasses on, not my stunt glasses. And we're gonna do a facial, and that's gonna get all of my glasses. It, there's
And then
there's
some hard clean off your glasses is calm. Like
It's the
you
worst.
can't get that bitch off of nothing. No matter how much
That's
Windex you use.
that's why I have cheap I call them stage glasses that look just like these, and I don't care how much cum gets stuck in those. I like these. These are not cheap.
I'm
I don't want to
saying.
have to dig out the crusty cum afterwards.
Oof. I remember one time I let someone use my sunglasses, boy. It was hellfire to clean that cum off of there. That was a good nut that I did. Oh my goodness, I was like, Jesus.
I mean, good for you,
So
but like also rough.
yeah. So shoot. So you know her last name is Bootyluv, because she got that big booty or what have you. And of course you're gonna see a lot of that on the woman card. What have you ever measured your booty?
No, I haven't. I know I need to, but I haven't.
I know you're over 50, so I ain't worried about that.
I mean, I'm like four or so hands.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, you over 50 for sure. How big is your boobies?
Boobs, double D's.
Mm.
And I have a bra and I can kind of show you them.
Ooh, that's why. Wait till we get in the premium smoke room. Yes, yes, we gonna get to see them things. So, but
Yes.
so shoot, so I know that you still got your restaurant. How they going and balancing, because now it's like you get more busy on the porn side of things.
I actually don't work there anymore. I quit.
Oh shit! What made you
I'm
do it?
I'm I'm not well, I wasn't getting any of my time off.
Mm.
So I stopped that and I went to a different job that has really good insurance and they give me all the time off I want.
Nice.
So I did that. I think actually it was about a year ago. It was I think August last. I don't know. Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, I quit them and I'm part time. I'm slowly working my way towards full time Lola.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping, crossing my fingers, by the end of the year I can.
Because people don't realize that's the other part with finding a job. If you had to find a job to go with this, is finding a job that enable you to chase the business. That's one thing
Yes,
I liked about my job, that it's set. The schedule doesn't change. I know I can get off. I know when I can take off. You know, we're able me to chase the business a little bit better, even on podcasts too, or what have you. So
see
now with
the new.
this, go ahead.
I was just gonna say the new job knows what I do. So when I say I need time off, I
Ooh.
normally know enough in advance. My boss is just
Mm-hmm.
like, "All right, where are you going?"
Sure. Don't
So
feel good to have a job that the boss don't give a fuck that you do what you do.
exactly. I got real lucky.
Very lucky, because the only job that normally that we can get that allow us to stay around is if it's healthcare. So yeah,
Exactly.
nurses and doctors and porn people.
Hmm.
Oh
I play
my
one in a few
goodness.
scenes too.
Ooh. Oh, I would damn sure have you play a doctor, a lawyer in the scene with me or something. For sure.
Absolutely.
Oh my goodness. So shoot. So with that being said, yeah, you got to go to Vegas. You got that Vegas shoot coming up. What else is coming up other than Vegas?
Um, right now it's just Vegas and then just working on all the content I'm getting from all that. I'm not gonna just throw it out right away. I do
Mm,
have a few things I can't quite talk about yet happening. It's kind of kept
mm,
under the table. But as soon as it does, I will absolutely let you know. Um, but no, just a couple little things here and there, and then I'm doing bookings in between, and then I'm ready for what is it? Jersey is next towards the end of the
mm-hmm.
year.
Yes. I hope to make it to Jersey, if I can, but if not, oh well.
I think about 50-50 Jersey right now.
Well, shoot. Well, hopefully, if you happen to go and I happen to go, I get to interview you in person.
Absolutely.
And
I
I
would
give
love
you a
that.
hug. Thank
Oh,
you.
big
Plenty of hugs
hugs.
while I'm on that floor.
Big hugs.
Most definitely. So now we're at the end of another wonderful episode, people. We can give you some knowledge about Exxxotica and testing. So with that being said, Miss Bootyluv, tell everybody where they can spend money on that big booty of yours.
Well, just go to lolabootyluv.com, LOLABOOTYLUV. And you can find my links to everywhere. I'm on OnlyFans, ManyVids. You can tip me on Cash App or Venmo. Subscribe to my Snapchat. All kinds of things. You can just find me on my website.
Most definitely. And she will be back on the Premium Smoke Room, people. Y'all know what it is. $4.99 a month. 5 premium podcasts for you to enjoy. Gets more wild, it gets more crazy, more uncensored. Titties might pop out. No dildos in the mouth, but she might suck on a lollipop or a popsicle. You'll never freaking know. But you will only know if you subscribe to the Premium Smoke Room, because the best smoke is always premium. So that being said, people, you know how we end these things all day, every day. Life is a learning experience. What's the point of the experience if we haven't learned anything? Smoke this over. Say goodbye to everybody, Lola.
Bye, everyone.